Suppose if I want to give user, I have to forcefully write here. Oh, sorry, task. Here I have to write ECC USR 48. So here you mentioned user means you have to pass user. If I mentioned expression means it should be a variable. I don't want binding. So here expression means I need to pass a. Okay, so we have done our part. We mentioned what is the action to be done and to whom this work item should go. Okay, and we did the binding. Okay, so till this part everything is done and I am clicking OK. Then it will come to this one. So whenever the event is triggered through business object, and then it will go to this action and it will go to the user inbox, and there if we take the action, workflow will be finished. Okay, so now I have done my workflow template part, and now I am going to activate it successfully. And one more step we have to do is here we have to release the status. So implemented and released. Okay, so now I have done my workflow template part. Now how to trigger this workflow? Okay, so when we have to trigger this workflow, when we are creating a sales order. Okay, so mainly we have to write the code in while saving the sales order. Okay, so here we have two options. One is two cases. One is standard business object, custom business object. Okay, suppose here if I map my workflow to a standard business object, okay, so then I no need to trigger the business object event externally from a program, because in the standard code it is already written to trigger the event. Okay, because the standard business objects already they took the action and they wrote the code somewhere in the standard code. But if I use a custom business object mapped to my workflow template, in that case it is my responsibility to trigger the business object. So what I have to do, I have to trigger my business object event in the standard transaction by using either user exits or baddies or by using access key, anything. While saving the document, you need to externally call this business object event if it is a custom business object. Okay, so now we have defined a custom business object, so I have to trigger this business object event externally from program. So what are the options we can do? For testing purpose, we have a transaction called SWUE. This is the T code where we can trigger business object events. Second thing is suppose we are using sales order, right? In sales order user exit, like user exit underscore save document will have, right? So there I need to call create. I need to call this function module so that it will trigger the event. Okay, so two cases we have. Let me try with SWUE. Okay, so now SWUE. So create a event. I'm going to raise an event for this business object, and which event? Created event. Okay, so here we have to trigger for one particular sales order, right? So we have to pass the key. So that key we can give externally here, like 54. Suppose any sales order we can take. Okay, we have one sales order here. So this is the sales order we have. So I am giving 5455 as order number here as a key field while raising the event. 5455. Okay. So I've given the key and I've given the event to be raised and the business object and create event. It is saying event created, at least one receiver found. Okay. So I want to see the workflow. So workflow started system is saying I don't know the workflow. So what I can do is I can go to transaction SWI1. Okay. So the transaction code is SWI1 T code for displaying work items. Also we can see the logs also here. Okay, for the workflow I'll show you now. So today is the date, so I want to see the work items which are created with the today's date. Look at here, this is the workflow which is created. System will generate a separate ID for an instance. Okay, so the workflow instance. Okay, and this is the task which is created. And also if you look at here, the display sales order text also it is concatenated with the sales order. This we did while defining the work item text. Okay, so it is started and it is saying it is ready. Okay, so next time I will show you how to see the logs. This is the place where we can see the log. Okay, I'll show you how the log looks like. See, here it is saying this task, it is ready at this agent. If you look at agent, if you click this agents, it will show you where the work item is waiting. So now the work item is waiting at ECC user 48. So from the log you can see this person is waiting for approval if it is a decision related work item. Okay, for this workflow now the task is waiting at this particular agent. Okay, so now go back. Now this is the called log where you can see logs about a particular workflow. So the workflow got triggered. So the work item should be available in my inbox. So the transaction for code for my inbox is SAP Business Workplace is SBWP. Okay, SAP Business Workplace, or you can trigger this one. Okay, so this is our user inbox. I hope you are aware of this box workflows. See, now this is the work item pending at my place. Okay, so now when I double click this one, what will happen? It will display my sales order. Okay, so here before displaying I also want to show, if I want to debug this case, this foreground task, I can directly debug. How I can debug? I know the business object method. what I will do is SWO1. I'll go to method display order program, and here I'll put cursor here and put this breakpoint. Okay. Now I'll go to business workplace and go to inbox workflow, and I'm double clicking this one. Now it should open sales order. So double click. Look at here. Now the debugger is started. Okay. So this is the only simple way we can do only for dialog work items, dialog task. I will show you where we can see. Now if you look at here, now it will call the sales order and it will open. I'm pressing F8. Now it will open sales order. Immediately after going back, what will happen? Work item was disappeared from my inbox. Also, if you look at workflow also, now if you go to workflow log SWI1, if you look at, everything is completed. Also if you look at log, only one task that is completed and your workflow also completed. And see here, this is the graphical workflow log. How we saw in the workflow definition, in the same way here we can see the graphical flow of workflow. So the event got triggered, it executed the work item, and workflow got finished. Okay. And also I told, right, so we are able to debug. One second, I'll show you where we can see if it is a standard task. Sorry. See, why I am able to debug directly means because if it is a object method with dialog, only in this case only, if the task is of this type only, we can directly put the breakpoint in business object method, and you can directly, when you execute from the business workplace, the breakpoint will stop and you can do the analysis. But in some cases we will have a background processing. Background processing means the workflow, once it is started, it will execute. It will not wait for user action, so you cannot directly debug. Okay,